Isango Star. My name is MC Jig Blue, and I'm proud to be with you guys this evening. And without waste our time, in this studio we have a good audience. I'm gonna show you our audience for this evening. But first of all, allow me to introduce my co-host, Miss Sangwa. How are you? Good evening.
Good evening, Jig Blue.
How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Are you okay?
Are you? Yes, I'm fine by the grace of God.
How do you feel now? See, last time we didn't be together, so how do you feel now?
Oh yes, indeed. We weren't together the other time. And it was sad not to have you on the show.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Stop lying.
Why do you think I'm lying though?
All right. Good enough.
Yeah, fine. I'm fine.
You're fine?
Yeah.
So, can you please, I can see the studio is very beautiful this evening. We have a good audience, as I say in the introduction of this show, and we have a guest, a good one, the one we're gonna share. We're gonna learn more about our topic, and Miss Sangwa is gonna tell you about the topic and about our guest. Please welcome again, Miss Sangwa.
So
for
thank
introducing
you
our
very
guest.
much.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much. Tonight we host an exceptional guest, and he's going to talk about, like, the theme of tonight is youth and leadership. Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce you the guest of tonight. So tonight, our exceptional guest is Mr. Stephen Mbanda, an African leader actively involved in education, in public administration, in sports, and in music. He has over 18 years of university experience at UNILAC. After serving at Rwanda Revenue Authority and as the mayor or burgomestre of Nyanza district, he initiated a program that has welcomed more than 20,000 foreign students in Rwanda. Founder of major Christian choirs, football clubs, and trainer of young talent, Mr. Stephen Mbanda works actively for the mentorship and inspiration of African youth. Currently, Mr. Stephen Mbanda serves as the head of Students Affairs at UNILAC University. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome Mr. Stephen Mbanda. Can you please clap for him?
All right. How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you, sir.
Are you okay?
I'm very much okay.
So when someone is talking about you, about everything, how do you feel, first of all?
I feel impressive and inspired too.
Sure.
As I like to inspire others, I also get inspired.
Good.
Oh wow, it must be nice being inspired by your own catalog.
Yeah, every day is a learning day. Learning does not end, and education does also not end. So every day is a learning process. We are here also to learn as well as to inspire others.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. And the first question, it is about your childhood. Can you tell us about your childhood? Because we have to inspire people who are watching us right now. And our audience also would like to know about you. How was your childhood?
And how did it shape you?
Okay. Growth is a process, and normally it's also educative. I happen to have experienced passed through different environments. I was born here in Rwanda, and incidentally, because of the poor politics that was occurring here in Rwanda, I went to exile at my younger age. I lived in Uganda. Some of my relatives were in Uganda, but parents were here in Rwanda. So the whole of my youth time was I was living alone. It shaped me. I learned how to live with other people, how to maneuver in difficult situations. I learned how to live with everybody, with every tribe, with every nationality, because I had to sustain myself as a person who was living in exile. then leaving my people very far. So that's why in Uganda, that's why I passed my part of my primary education, because I went there at a very young age, that was 73. I studied in Uganda primary, also secondary and university. Then started working like other people. Then I got involved in different activities. I came back with other people. After the liberation, I was somehow involved in just Rwanda's liberation, and then I became. I started just participating in different activities, from politics, then to financial sector, then to back to education. So my younger experience is so educative, living with the people of different tribes, different colors, different understandings. So to maneuver, you have to be adaptive, you have to be flexible. I learned flexibility, I learned to work hard. I always tell my children that even if I'm alone, I work, I do agricultural thing, I do personal growth. So the whole of my life is working with other people. I had to do sports so as to get also to earn a living in a better way, because I was also a sports person. So I got involved in sports. It was also paying me somehow. I had also to be a very good person. So as a good Christian, I got involved in music. I was singing in different choirs. And that's how also, when I came here in Rwanda in 1994, after genocide, I thought of also something that can help Rwandans to stay together. When I came, I found my people perished, almost my family. So I could get angry and maybe revenge. I rather adapted a mechanism of unity and reconciliation. I started this together with other people, this choir, ambassadors of Cross Choir, so went on teaching reconciliation, telling people who committed genocide that if they come to God, they can also repent and come back to society. And those people who had lost their lives, their parents, like me, because I found the dead bodies, so it was not easy to handle or to bear. So I was also teaching them that there is another life.
Yeah.
When you lose life, there's another life. So my younger age was just full of learning, but it taught me also how to live with other people in harmony.
All right. In that period, who was inspiring you at that time? Who was influencing you to have that kind of leadership, to lead people in that age? But because you told us about music, sports, everything.
Yeah.
So there is someone who was influencing you in that time.
Let me make it easy. Like, what exactly was pushing you, Because it feels like you had a really, really, really tough time in those days. And a person to have that kind of courage and energy to be like, let me be the better person and lead other people. Like, what motivated you? That's what he's asking.
At my younger age, my education level, I liked politics. And I was leading what was taking place. I was getting enthusiasm from people like Nelson Mandela. Then you had also our leaders in 1988. That's when RPF started, and I was in my secondary school. Then I got inspired with our leaders by then, General Rijema and His Excellency Paul Kagame. So those were the people, especially Paul Kagame has inspired us so much. Even we are getting briefing from him, what he was saying. So we knew him as a person who was taking things on the right way. So he's my more mentor. and my passion inspired. So that one, whatever, even today, whatever he talks, I take it serious, and I always tell youth, please, if you could follow the steps of this gentleman, His Excellency, we can just achieve more. He was very young also, not so older than me, but what he was doing was extraordinary. So he's my role model.
All right, so thank you so much. Other question, madam?
Then I was wondering, because your story is very interesting, and it's, as a Rwandan myself, when you say those kind of things, because I wasn't there, but we all know our history, you know, when I hear those kind of things, I feel like it takes so much courage. Let me just, how can I say this? Let me just say how happy I am to hear those kind of, how do we say it again? Inspiration. No.
Inspiration.
Yes. It's so encouraging to hear that so many people at that time, even though it was hard, some of you had the courage to stand up and be the better people, you know? It's very inspiring. So my next question will be, what major lesson did you learn during your university years that prepared you for leadership?
I learned how to be flexible, how to focus, integrity, because at the university, I started also leadership at my younger age. I used to get involved to be a class representative at the university level. I became also the university student. I got involved in student leadership. As a sports person, I started being the minister of sports. And I can recall when we reached here in Rwanda. So I was staying, I approached one of the guys who was leading by them. I told him that what these people have done after genocide, I could do better. He was telling me, you are still young and you are aspiring to be a burgomaster. That was a mayor by then. And you are still young. I was telling a person who was very hard by then, very hard in the understanding, who was also not welcoming the politics of RPF. He was called Senda Shonga. Some people know him, and even the president commented on him. He was a hardliner. But I went to him, I said, me, I can do better than these people. If people who had learned could do this one, me, I can't just lead people and become like these ones. He told me, you are still young. Where are you getting the passion? I said, from my experience, at least I can struggle for unity. I can struggle to just motivate my fellow youth to be better Rwandans and to build the Rwanda we want. So that's, I think it depends on every type of step you carry in leadership. I always tell my students, don't marginalize the step. If you host a post, please make it the better and exploit whatever you can. So small kind of leadership can shape you, and if you get more positions. Because from there I also occupied more positions in different fields in Rwanda Regional Authority. But what you have to do, integrity. So you have to be focused, remain focused, be objective, be visionary. His Excellency always tells us that also go with others. If you want to reach far, go with others. If you want to be faster, go alone. So it's better to go with other people. So I like to go with youth. My passion has developed in youth. I like youth. I'm aged, by the way. I'm an old guy. But when I'm working with the youth, I feel inspired. I learn with them. I like volunteerism. I like to go with them. I use them in different clubs. We go to the community services. I think the district of Gasabo and Kichukiro know what to do better. And we are involved in different activities in the Pan-African movement. I'm also a mentor in unity and reconciliation. I always take my students to those activities that can influence other people, because they are the energy of today. So they are the ones who can make it. As we are growing old, these younger guys can do better, and I hope they will build the Africa we want in a very short period we are waiting for.
I hope you guys are learning and understanding.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was also wondering, like, how was your academic journey from primary school to university? What did you pursue? Did you think that you was going to be a leader? Like, what did you pursue?
I did arts at my secondary school. Arts. I was good at sciences. And I was almost balancing all my subjects. Then my school, which was favoring me very much, I liked sports, and they never wanted me to leave that school.
Which kind of sport for you?
I was doing football,
You were good at
very good professional
Which
football.
position?
I played number 5, better, and
Defender.
and eventually they made me in. There are some teams which I started, by the way, in Uganda and here in Rwanda. I also did just an attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
So the school liked me very much, and that's where it had no sciences. St. Bernard's College. It was in Masaka. So that's where I grew up. Then in my university, I did education. Then I turned to business administration, which I also did MBA. I studied MBA and international development studies. So I was trying to change, because I'm trying to see which one will be my passion after getting my pension. So because I'm also starting some more activities. I'm starting an environmental club, an environmental NGO. So this academic journey is a learning process. And I always tell the students one thing: choice. The choice you make is the one which will shape you. It will determine your life. I wish I had taken, sometimes I say I wish I had continued with sciences, but I took arts. So that's why I also became an that is humanities. This is why I came to love politics. I can't sleep without knowing the politics of tonight.
The news.
Now, I know what has happened in the whole world within three hours before. One day, let me just something that can.
Yeah, go ahead.
We had gone to the holiday. That was in 1985. We reached somewhere. Government of one leadership was in Uganda had taken over. Tito Rutwa, that's what the president had taken. So we went singing, dancing in a vehicle. We reached somewhere because we had no radio in the music. So we met a group of people who were angry because their leader had been overthrown. I decided that I will never enter a bus which has no radio. But that is not enough. So I must have a radio, I must have a TV, I must watch news every day. That's how you are not left behind. I was always telling my students, please be equipped with knowledge of today. Go with utilize your AI, artificial intelligence, utilize the media platform for the betterment of your life. I can't be left, even if I'm old, but I have to learn every day. Every hour is a learning process. So I must know what is taking place. I know what takes place in Sudan. All these my students, at least I know. I liked these politicians, the Pan-Africanists, the Kwame Nkrumah, the Abdul Nasser of Egypt, the Nelson Mandela, so the Sadat. So I learned the politics and always read these books to understand what did the pioneers of maybe Pan-Africanism, what did they have in mind? What should I do to at least contribute what they did.
Yeah.
So that is.
So you are along talking about your students, and we have them here in the studio. We are in our rubric, we call it rubric, Africa Around the World. And I'm gonna take this opportunity to ask Mr. Omnia Abdelwaha. Is it correct?
Yes, it is.
Ah, she's a girl. Miss. You are from
Sudan.
Sudan. All right. So how do you feel in front of your professor? Is it your professor?
Yes, it is.
Yes, he's talking a lot about students. So do you have any question?
Not questions, but I really want to say that he has been a role model for us to how to lead, and we learned a lot from him, and we know now when if we became better people who have some responsibilities and have a part to be leaders, we know how to deal with others, and it's all what we learned from him.
No, all of that is appreciation, yes?
Yes.
So, but if you want to know enough from him, okay, you can ask him a question, because people are watching us now and they want to really know. If
sure.
You can ask him a
So
question.
the first thing, what was the hard part about dealing, especially in the past 2 years? There is a lot of people from outside Rwanda, from different cultures, from different backgrounds. So I want to know what was the difficulty with dealing with these different type of people.
Good question.
This lady has it is a tough question. So it's not easy to handle people of multicultural. It was some 4 years ago when we started just receiving many students from different countries.
Yes.
And I feel happy because I'm one of the people who influenced this. It was I joined the Youth Connect Africa during the period of Minister Mbabazi, and I asked her to give me a chance to explore and talk to different ministers who had come for Youth Connect Rwanda. That is 2019, 2020. I started dealing with asking the ministers to be giving us students. So we started with the Liberians, the Minister of Liberia, and we approached other people. So slowly by slowly, we are just sending messages through the ministers who were passing through their youth coordinators. I still come to youth coordinators to be sending us students, because I was seeing that Rwanda is changing rapidly, and our education needed more of the people also to come and tour and test on how our education was just growing rapidly, developing. So they started coming with different cultures. We faced it hot, gentlemen. It was not easy to handle these people first. People of different behavior, different cultures. I can tell this lady who asked a question, it was not easy, and we also had to learn. First of all, in Rwanda, at first we are using French. We started using English as a media of communication and authorized by HEC. Many of our lecturers also had the English background. So there had to be a mechanism for rapid change from French to English.
Yeah.
And again, we Rwandans liked to use Kinyarwanda. Even in schools, there was a lot of pressure from students saying they would say we don't understand. This one is mixing the languages. So it was not very easy. There had to be a rapid transformation in education system, teaching methods, and good enough our university had to adapt quickly. Again, these people of different cultures. It was
And
not
country.
from different countries. It was not. We have very many people now. We have people from 37 countries.
Imagine.
37 countries in one single campus. Handling them was not easy. Again, we also have our way of handling people, our traditional way. So they come. We need to also adapt and be flexible somehow. So this needs flexibility. It's not easy, especially we who are dealing with students. So we had to change, and they too had to change, and we meet somewhere. So there is we have to remain with the space to adapt for change, and they too adapt for change, and we march together.
All right. Hope you are satisfied. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, we can pass the mic
Especially, take an example. She's a Muslim.
Yeah.
Our university is a Christian university. Not religious based. Imagine this kind of what. So they had to learn how to live with Christians. We have how to learn how to live with Muslims, because we have so many, more than almost 2,000 from Northern Africa. Really? From Chad, from Sudan.
There are very many
from Senegal, from Mauritania, from Niger. So those people, so they need to be treated in a decent way, respecting their religion. So there is a lot that needs flexibility. So, and we learned how to be Pan-Africans. That is the lesson. They also taught us something.
All right, Yar. Welcome.
Thank you.
How
Hi.
are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. So, any comments about what the professor was saying about his career, about what he passed through? So, any comments before your question?
Mine especially is when he spoke of the multicultural nature of our university and how Rwanda is changing, especially. Because as he told his story of his background and how he, like many Rwandans, had to leave Rwanda during the 1994 genocide, even before, and how so many people had to learn from other cultures and then bring that back to Rwanda.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's also so many changes happening within Rwanda in today's day and age. It's very motivational, especially to hear those things from our elder and to see that so many changes were made for us. You know, such as, like, for example, the Muslim students and everything. We've seen so many changes within our institution. Like 2 years ago, we didn't have prayer rooms in our school because, you know, we prayed together in the church, but now there's prayer rooms for our Muslim students and everything. So I think that was an incredible thing for the school to take forward. I saw Mr. Mbanda heading all of that. So that was an incredible thing to...
How do you do those things?
You have to be near students.
To understand them.
To understand them, give them the platform. Today, somewhere we are leagued maybe because we have our principles, but the more you get closer to them, the more you learn and you also adapt. So it's just a matter of just being closer to each other and not having a big gap between us and the students. And again, you involve students to also to lead. These students are leaders. Many are representatives of their countries. If you also decentralize them, involve them in leadership, it becomes very, very easy.
Yeah. Because of your... All right. Can you go ahead with your question now?
I'd like to ask, for when it comes to giving students opportunities, especially international students, like, for example, the fact that we're here today, why exactly, because you've given your background and everything, so why is it that you feel like you want to be a champion for international students especially? What is it that motivates you or pushes you to want to do that?
I had learned in a lesson in project management when I was studying, when I was pursuing taking my master's, and I had learned from people that an entrepreneur is the one who looks for a problem and finds a solution. Wherever you are, So wherever, if there is a problem, there must be a solution. So I started from outside. I undertook my education in Uganda. I was not Ugandan. So, and I was seeing that there must be a gap. I was seeing a gap. And I saw them as an opportunity also for a change. We are using purely English where I was studying. Here in Rwanda, many people were using Kinyarwanda, even in class. So I was also a fanatic of using English. And yet HEC also had this program of using English, but it was not influential. So I said, what if we bring these people? That will be solved within a minute. And I was saying when we met there at the Youth Connect, there are so many internationals. I say, why can't I explore this and bring them such that we also increase the market? It was in a sort of just exploring and bringing more people. I'm also a patriotic. As a patriotic person who would wish Rwanda to develop more, I was also seeing what can I do. I was in education field. Then I said, let me play my part from education and try to encourage more people to come to Rwanda. This is what I could do, and I'm glad that it also passed through. They started coming slowly by slowly, and now we have many students. Almost, we have a population of more than 12,000 students, but almost more than a third are foreigners, internationals. We call them, they are now diasporas in this country, and they are coming more and more. Every year they are coming. So I also thank them for loving Rwanda, and many of them are learning a lot from what we passed through. I remember one day we took students to Genocide Memorial. One person who came from Gabon reached there. We knew that he's a Gabonese. When we reached there, he learned, he saw what happened, and he cried. In fact, he fell he went in a coma.
In a coma?
Yeah.
He fainted?
He fainted.
Sure.
He fainted saying, this is not what they told me. This is not what they told me. Meaning, maybe he had the parents who had come from here, who had gone into exile. And maybe they are saying, Rwanda is blood shedding, bad, Rwanda is bad.
Yeah.
When he realized what happened, he started crying, this is not what I had, this is not. So you can imagine, I am talking about the experience. They learned from us, we also learn from them. They also learn from our history. Many of these students, if they can tell you their background, they also experience the hardships in their countries, the wars, but they are overcoming. These are the ones who will be the future leaders of the their countries, and we have as we bring them this spirit of Pan-Africanism. I am enthusiastic that
they will bring change.
They will
So
bring change.
they are lucky because you are behind them, you are accompanying them. Madam, Miss Sangwa, can you continue with the audience about the question?
So, who's next? Ahmed,
is it around? Mohammed, yes.
so you can go ahead and also introduce yourself.
Mohammed is from
and
Sudan also.
Ask your
So
question.
your neighbor.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
Welcome, bro. How are you?
Wait, is it the northern or the southern?
Northern,
Okay.
yes. Thank you so much.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Welcome. So the teacher, the big teacher, in university they call you teacher or professor?
Lecturers.
Lecturer. All right.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Stephen. So, first of all, I want to start to thank His Excellency Paul Kagame, that is a great and ambitious leader, opening his country to all Africans. And second, I have a very critical question. You talked about the genocide in Rwanda against Tutsi in 1994. So right now, Unfortunately, we have a genocide in my country also, Sudan. Before a few days ago, we had a genocide in Al-Fashir. Al-Fashir is the capital of the Darfur in West Sudan.
Yeah.
So, and we have a war since 2023, and it continues. So, I think the number of victims in Sudan, here in Rwanda you have 1 million, I think. But in my country you have more than 1 million. It is even worse than Gaza and than Ukraine. But we don't have this media covering. So my question here, you witness the genocide here in Rwanda, and also we have this genocide in my country. So what advice can you provide for the Sudanese people and the Sudanese leaders to end this tragedy in my country? Now, every day we lost people in my country. We have crimes against humanity. We have rape for women. We have torture. People are killing in a very bad way. I can't describe this. So I think many African countries, they have common problems of the civil war, of discrimination, of tribalism, but Rwanda succeed to come over of these problems. So what advices can you give for Sudanese people and Sudanese leaders? Thank you so much.
That question is tough one.
It is tough.
But as you have experience already, so maybe you can facilitate him to understand in the good way.
I'm glad that Rwanda is one of the countries that got involved in fighting against genocide in Darfur. Sometime back, His Excellency thought of sending the troops to go and fight against this genocide in Darfur, and even still we still have some people, some soldiers in Darfur. I mean, in Sudan, like also in Central Africa, in Mozambique. So Rwanda takes a lead. I wish all African countries were doing that. If we are just helping one another, I think we could also end this evil of wars, of genocide. But first of all, I comfort my fellow people, our fellow people from Sudan who are experiencing this. We have more than 1,500 students from Sudan. I know they are not here for a tour. It's because maybe they are not in position to enjoy their education backwards.
Their country.
They must be facing a lot of challenges. I feel how they understand. Now the question is, so in Rwanda, there is our government of unity has succeeded for sure. Why? I think, what if His Excellency, after winning the war, had just with RPF, what if he had gone with only RPF? He made an inclusive government of unity to involve all people together by power sharing. That is one way of solving the problem. Again, those ones who had been just the winners also involved those ones, even those ones who had committed genocide. There was a little way of just giving them allowance to come and be integrated. So many of them, even the genociders who could just say we have stopped to get involved with that, were incorporated in the administration. But many governments want to be selfish in leadership. So an inclusive leadership is one of the mechanisms maybe to get rid of this. But also I can say, okay, I am very much appreciative with what His Excellency Paul Kagame has initiated in solving the problems of other countries. He intervenes, he does what, but still, as the topic of today goes, the ball lies in the hands of the youth. You are the one who hold an answer. Anybody who can bring an answer may not be effective. You make 60% of the African youth, African population. Now, who will solve the problems of Africans? Now, who fight? They are the youth.
Yes, indeed.
They are misled and they go blindly. So the youth have the key in their hands. So you are the ones. Again, you have you are studying. So you have also a key to open for another spirit, another transformation. I can give back the ball to them. What are you going to do to stop this one?
Yes, right. I think that is clear.
Can I say something?
Yes, of course.
The theme of today is youth and leadership, how youth can be the agent of change. So I hope you're listening and you're learning that the basics of change is you. You know, I hope you understand that what he's saying is that you are the core to change, to the change that will happen in your country. That's just all what I wanted to add.
So you need just a big motivation behind and engagement. Only that can work.
President Paul Kagame did it when he was 33. In fact, from 20 years, he was involved in the revolutionary to just secure. He was in 20s. Many of these soldiers who liberated Rwanda were in their 20 years, not in more than 25. Then, what are we waiting for you youth of today?
All right. Thank you so much, Iam. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
All right. Can you ask your question because the time also is going so?
So,
Try to be
audible.
no, try to make it quick.
Okay, so Mr. Banda, first I would like to appreciate the opportunity that you have given us today to be here, and also the media panel. So my question will be quite simple. You've outlined your achievements, so I would like to know which achievement are you proud of and why?
I'm proud of being part of the people who brought the internationals to study in Rwanda. Very many.
Nice.
I'm proud of that. From 2019, I was struggling to see they come in big number. I was calling day, night to meet.
And now you don't even know to manage all of them.
By the way, I'm not a big person in the politics, but I was just every time calling the ministers of different states. Please connect us to your people. Bring us. They could give me the youth coordinators of their countries. From youth coordinators, I will talk to the ministers. Story by story, I'm proud of that. Another achievement which I'm proud of, I'm a Christian, and I'm proud of being one of the founders of the ambassadors of Christ Choir.
Actually, you said that, and I was like, wow. So you are one of the people who founded that choir.
When I reached to where my people died from, people learn from me, learn away from me. Then I said, am I the problem? And I was not in a position to revenge.
Yeah.
Then I went back, just invited people whom we are singing together in Uganda, went back to the same place, we started singing. Many people had come from Uganda, others were also here, even others were soldiers. So we went together. It was immediately after genocide, so we also sang in the same place. We were with Pastor Mugema. When we sang there, people started saying, maybe this guy is not dangerous. He started coming like that one. So from there, I came to get news of how my people died. Because they started talking to me. They could say, your mommy there, you will see your mom, she was just put on the side there. They say your dad is buried there somewhere. So I started getting news how to collect the remains of my people. Then from there, that small group which started, it never stopped. By 1995, we sat together and named it Ambassadors of Christ. And by then I was a big man, I was in a position, I was a burgomaster, as I was saying, a mayor. So we started moving in different different prefectures, different districts, what I could say. And we had a podium, we had even the sound system. The government had no sound system. We are just providing sound system by then. So I'm impressive, I'm very much proud of the Ambassadors of Christ Choir, which started as a solution for people who had problems like me and other people who had also experiencing the genociders. So we came as just a platform for unity and reconciliation, and the message we are preaching, even the songs we are preaching, still today sound.
Yes. They're still relevant.
They are still relevant. Mbega umunezero tuzajyana tugera mu ijuru. What happiness shall we have? So those who what turareba iwacu, we are looking forward to where we are going. So we are just, I'm proud of this choir. This is part of my achievement, but I'm also passionate to work with youth.
And they are proud of you.
I like them very much. They take me as their parents.
Of course.
I know they don't have parents here. They experience a lot of problems. I like to go and solve their problem, even at home when they with their local authority. And I tell them, please, don't behave like this. This is Rwanda. People live in this way. So I like to be closer to them. I know they miss a lot their parents. And these people are good when you work with them closely. But when you go become a hardliner with youth, you also face it. It is not easy. When you are rigid, they can be they can give you headache.
Of course. All right, Sharon, how are you?
I'm okay, and you?
You are from Liberia.
Yes.
How are you? How do you feel? How do you find Rwanda, Kigali?
I find Kigali to be a very inspiring place and has motivated me a lot to become a good leader.
Sure.
Yes, very
sounds
much.
Very well.
Yes.
Very nice. All right, your question, please.
Okay, for youth, we have experienced so many problems in the world today. We have experienced the problem of drugs. We have experienced the problem of family issues. We have experienced so many problems, including with the social media. So I wanted to ask this question: what can we actually do for youth that don't have the opportunity to have access to education, like youth that have the talent, but then they don't have the opportunity? What can we do for them to have better opportunities and express themselves?
Wow. Good question.
Allow me.
I think.
Allow me to throw the ball to her.
Yeah.
What do you think could be the best solution?
As a youth coming up in this world, I say that as youth, the first thing we should have is discipline. Discipline is the foundation of every youth success. If you don't have discipline, definitely for you to make it in the world will be very difficult. Wow. And we are the drivers of new ideas.
Yeah.
And if we are the drivers of new ideas, we should be creative. And the fact that youth actually having access to social media and then we are not making use of it is very bad. Like statistics actually show that 90% of youth have access to social media. And having access to social media, we are not using it positively. Instead of using social media to spread awareness, to enhance our skills, we are using social media to do things that will have bad influence on us. And then if we don't expect to have good results if we put out bad things, it's like garbage in, garbage out. So Nelson Mandela said that the future is the youth today. So
Indeed.
as youth today, we should learn to build our own skill. We should have integrity. We should have empathy. And we should learn that being a leader is not all about having authority. You should be
Indeed.
willing. You should be willing to follow, because if you cannot follow, definitely you cannot be a leader.
Yeah.
So yes, you should be humble, and then you should be inspired.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, Kelly. Can you pass the mic to Kelly? Kelly, welcome.
They have the answer.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
I feel good.
Your first time
and-
on Sango Star TV?
Yes,
How do you feel?
I feel good,
Big
excited,
experience?
a little bit nervous, but it's good.
All right, come on with your question.
Mr. Manda said he talked about learning, being passionate about learning, about new experiences and trying out new things. And as a leader myself, I wanted to ask you, I actually have 2 questions.
Yes.
So firstly, I wanted to ask you, what do you think are the mistakes that the youth do during their leadership journey? And my second question is, obviously as a leader, you have faced some challenges, some external and internal. So can you talk about the internal challenges? Like, did you ever feel like you were not enough, or you cannot handle the pressure, or be a good leader?
Thank you.
Then I will answer part of it. I also give you the mic also to contribute on it. The challenge is, one of the challenges I met is to lead people when you are young immediately after genocide. That is the worst period of emphasizing leadership one can have. After genocide, you can imagine how it was. I became a leader when I was also still young. And I also needed to be led and to be given comfort by that time. 2, I had lost people, as I told you. I could be in a mood of mourning for my people, but I didn't have it. If I could start mourning and feeling as if I am vulnerable, what could the people whom I was leading could feel? So I would be putting them in a weak position. So I had to live as if nothing has happened, such that I become also neutral to people whom I was leading, because I could not take a side to be on the part of the survivors. Also those people who had also lost, some had their parents who had gone to prison, others had gone to exile. So when you are a leader, you almost become like a parent. A parent loves all his children in whatever way. But let me come back to you. So that is the worst, the hardship from internal. Again, you had to manage yourself, manage others. It was not very easy. So manage your passion, manage everything. But recently, we had a training. I come back to her. In 2 weeks' time, we had the training with you on leadership. She's the vice guild president in charge of clubs and students' activities.
Oh,
We had the training, and this training purely concerned the leadership. It was given by African Youth Leadership Forum. So, what can you contribute? What could you contribute to me if it were you in this period? So, either of you can answer. And also, I know Maduko also was one of the influential leaders in this community service. Both of you, what could you do if you are me by that time?
It's very hard because it was a very dark time, and to bring together people who, most of them really hate each other, and some don't really know, understand, and also you being a young leader who also had to face grief. I think it was a very, very hard situation for you. And I think if I were you, I would have tried as a Christian, out of prayed first and give it to God. But also, I would have tried to get confidence, because it's very hard to lead people who are older than you or who do not share the same perspective as you. So try to learn confidence, and also serve, as in being a leader is serving and not just being a tyrant and sitting around and ordering people around. So maybe learn how to have confidence and learn how to serve and be a better example for the people that I was leading.
Thank you so much.
You believe that you have to give it to him for being like, it's almost like he was a hero for a lot of people.
Yes.
Because the way you were saying that you could have done this, you could have done that, you really never know what you can do unless you are in that situation. So for him to stand up and be like, let me do this, let me suppress my emotions and actually show up for these people because they need me, is a heroic act. So you have to give it to him for being that hero. Please, give it a number.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Steven. Thank you so much for this lesson. We learned more, and we really appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Sangwa. Thank you guys for coming. Hope it's not gonna be the last time. Hope you're gonna be with us next time also. All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now we are done for this show for today. I wish you just to have a beautiful night. See you next time. All right, guys.